Okay. I think I'm just going to start, irrespective. Like I said, I'm time conscious. 8 is 8. Okay, so welcome everyone, and the class starts now, and I hope we are ready to get value. In as much as it's a free training, I can guarantee you it's going to worth your time here. So I hope we are ready. So shall we pray first? Our faithful God, our Redeemer, the one who was and is and is to come, the Almighty, the immortal God. We worship you and we say thank you for being good to us, because you have loved us even before we knew you. We come with the hands of thanksgiving and we say all praise and honor be to your holy name in Jesus' name. And we pray as we start, we ask that you help us to comprehend, to understand that which will be taught in Jesus' name. Amen. So we will start immediately. After the training, well, it is open right now. You can drop in your questions as the training is going on, and then we'll attend to that training eventually. So I have a few of my teams here with me. They are part of the team who have coordinated this training, from the idea to the design to where we should have the training, to the reminder and the adverts. Yeah, there are persons who have contributed to this happening. So, I mean, I can't do everything myself. And it is said that you move faster and farther, or let me just say, you use farther when you go with people. You might move faster when it is raining, but to be farther and to stay longer, you need a team. So we're still building. I won't say we are perfect. So kindly pay attention to what will be going on next. It will be of utmost importance that you pay apt attention, and you can drop in comments, react to what you think. If you agree with whatever I say, if you have a contrary opinion, you can just, I don't mean you cut in, I mean you leave a message in the comment section, in the group, anyhow. So you're especially welcome to tonight's training. And like I said, it will worth your time and patience. Just believe me on that. So have you ever thought about how your retirement will be? I mean, if someone asks you right now, why do we work? Have you sat down and just asked yourself that question? Why are you working right now? So I want you to just ponder on that question first. Now, my next question is, which will you prefer, to invest $100 and get $10 in return in the next month, or work the entire month to earn $200 the following month? Which would you choose? Okay, so for those in Nigeria, I'm going to bring it down to our own level. So, which will you prefer, to invest 100,000 naira and get a 10 naira in return the next month, or work the entire month to earn a 200,000 naira the following month? Which would you choose? Now, we're going to continue. Have you ever wondered why, I mean, we work, like I asked earlier on, and I'm not just talking about work when I asked that question earlier on. I'm talking about a Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 kind of job. It could be your weekend freelance work, or even owning your own business, the reason why you're doing all this is for financial gain. And I know asking that question, many of us answer with the to survive. And it's okay, to work to survive first. You need to survive first. If you agree with me, so it is right. You would say you work to survive first to acquire what you need to feed yourself. So it's okay, because it is crucial to have an income to survive. Without that, we don't survive. So it's more like an opposite. And however, with survival guarantees having an income that covers our living costs. And I can bet with us right now, we all have that desire to have a higher income. That is, we are aiming to have a higher income in order to have a better quality of life and to acquire what we desire. If we are familiar with the Maslow hierarchy of needs, then we will understand what I'm talking about. I won't go into details about that in this training. But then the Maslow hierarchy of needs has a 5 stages, and the first one has to do with surviving before it moves on to shelter and the likes, and the last one has to do with the whole fulfillment kind of a thing. So you agree with me that in addition to working towards survival, we are also working towards achieving a better quality of life, to have resources to travel, own vehicle, among other things that are luxury. And certainly there is nothing wrong about that. There is nothing wrong about wanting these things. They are wants. In fact, it is very good to have a ambition to improve your life, seek better conditions. It is a very good thing. But it doesn't matter if someone works either a lot or a little each month. The major thing is you're working to earn an income. Now, but this is what we call an active income. And that brings me to another question. Can we work all our life either to survive or to pursue a better life? Is it possible? Or do we even want to work all our life for survival or pursuit for a better life? I don't know if we've ever heard the term active income and passive income. I won't be dwelling much on that, but I will just be giving an example of what an active income can be and what a passive income can be. Now, when we talk about an active income, we're referring to a job or business, your career. But when we are referring to a passive income, we're referring to investment. Now, what is a job? A job is performing an activity or even a series of activities to be paid either after those activity or daily, weekly, or monthly, most of the time. And business is a game of skill where you trade either a product or service to make profit. Now, if you look at both definition, you are actively involved. This is why they are categorized under active income. It only becomes a passive income when you can delegate, especially for your business. Don't get me wrong. It only becomes a passive income when you can delegate others to monitor the business and you more or less do as little as nothing being involved in the business. That is, you are as little as not being actively involved in the business. But when we talk about investments, on the other hand, it is a different scenario, a different ballgame. Here you are not doing any work. You're doing little as to no work. In fact, it is said in this kind of category, your money is working for you. And I can assure you, this is what the wealthy people you look up to, this is the philosophy they work with. Their money working for them. Your activeness is not really required when it comes to investment. And I should let you know, investment takes time to yield return. It is not a quick or instant money. Many people have reduced investment to a Ponzi kind of scheme, whereby you just want to simply put your 50K somewhere and wake up to become a billionaire or a millionaire overnight. I hope I've been able to explain it. So if I ask us now, if you buy a land in a place and in later years resell this, or you buy an expensive gold and then go on to resell it later when it appreciates, what you have done is you have invested in something and wait for it to appreciate in order to resell it. Now, in essence, investment just has to do with purchasing an item, waiting for it to grow, and let it keep on yielding return for you. And one of the major basic investments are bonds, stocks, mutual funds, or exchange traded funds, what you know as ETFs. These are the basic 4 types of investment options. There's the real estate, which yields return in the long run. But then real estate is quite expensive. Hence the reason why I am bringing this to you, the stock investment. Because when it comes to the stock investment, this can be done with little cash. As little as your 1,000 naira, your $1, your $10, £1, £10. Okay, so my name is Emmanuel Abiodun Kasali, and I can assure you, before I present anything to you, I must have done my homework. I must have been a partaker. In fact, I for those who know me clearly, when it comes to ministry, I always say, whatever will be done by me should be done through me. And what do I mean? If I'm going to be blessing others, let the blessing go through me. If I'm going to be healing people, let the healing go through me. If I'm going to be blessing people financially, let me also be financially independent, financially free. So I can assure you, there's something that is proven to benefit others. Growing up has taught me that prosperity, as much as it comes from God, we have a role to play in it. And I could agree there's a 1% chance in 10, or maybe I say 10% chance in 100 of prosperity without you playing your role. And when I mean your role, I mean work, putting in effort, applying intelligence, or leveraging on opportunities. But it is a journey for me to be financially free, and I learn and take action to achieving that. However, I don't know if you heard the song, pardon me, Lonely at the Top, Lonely, Lonely, Lonely. And there is an adage that says, if you want to travel fast, travel alone. But if you want to travel far, travel with like minds. Hence the reason why when I find something of value, I share with my family and then extend it to anyone I can and who cares to listen. And this platform you we are using right now, I had first thought strategies to a successful interview section for your dream job. Yeah, I taught people on how to prepare and be successful in job interview session. And I can assure you it was very, very impactful. And hopefully we can still do that. I am speaking with my team and we can still do that and make it probably a yearly thing or a biannual thing or a quarterly thing, because it is just our passion to see young adult youths fulfill purpose. And when we mean fulfill purpose, the financial aspect is one of our major focus. So, but in case you want to review your CV, rewrite your CV, statement of purpose, business proposal, plans, business consulting, and that has to do with your career or job, that's your job or your business, you can send a DM to the admin of those platforms. Any of the admins you find in this platform, you can send them a DM and they will attend to you. You can still share this video, the link to this session, to your friends. I always say share it to your enemies also, because if it's impactful to them and they get value from it, who knows? It might trickle down on you. It could positively influence or affect you also. So please do well to share this link. Let people listen to this and be blessed from it. And in a comment section, you will see a Telegram group, a WhatsApp group, or you can send a DM to the number you'll be seeing, so you can be added to any of those groups to get more information when it comes to career. And when I say career, we mean job and business, as well as nuggets to positively impact your lives. You can check social media. You can check my personally, Emmanuel Abioni Kasali or Emmanuel Kasali. My social media handle carries at KCPIC or KCPIC1, and I mean KCPEAK or KCPEAK1. Search that on various social media and you can connect with me there, and you can see values in the videos we drop in weekly on all our social medias. Different times, different contents that will be of value to you. So I encourage you to do that. Send us a message to join our groups. Check out social media, subscribe to our channels, follow us. You can also check us on Daraire Consults Limited. Again, I repeat, at Daraire Consults Limited. You can check us on our social medias, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and follow us on this platform to get value. Now, be rest assured that stock investments will greatly benefit you. Please, I'm going to re-emphasize, you can check our social medias and you can share this link to benefit every other person. And so we continue and we fully launch into this. Now, learning how the stock market works allows you to know more about the market and strategies before investing your money. Because even though stock investment is real, the truth is you may end up wasting your money if you don't have adequate knowledge of how it works. In other words, technical know-how is important. In fact, it is just like every other job. For those of us who are working or those of us in business, your technical expertise, your technical know-how is what makes you advance, is what makes you a go-to when it comes to that job or business. And when we say technical expertise, we know no human knows everything. but it means you have a very certain amount of knowledge beyond someone else, or someone who doesn't have an idea of what you know entirely. So now, what then is stock? Now, a stock is a unit or a piece of ownership in a company. And stock is the same thing as what we call shares or equity. Share or equity. So in other words, having a stock in a company makes you a part owner, part shareholder of that company. So imagine being a shareholder in some of the world's biggest company. I mean, for example, in Nigeria right now, we have the Dangote, we have the Gerugu, we have the Bois, and globally we have the Apple, the Coca-Cola, the Google, the Facebook. That's cool, right? I mean, it's amazing. Now, but don't worry, you don't need millions to be a shareholder in these companies. You don't need to break your bank to own shares in this company. But how do you do that? Now, companies can approach the public for money by offering their shares for sale. Now, but we need to understand the first time a company offers its shares to the public is called initial public offering, or what we call initial public offer, IPO. So when you give them money in exchange, you're giving units or fractions of the company's shares. And this automatically makes you a shareholder in the company. But truth be told, these days, I smile when I see companies like Access, UBA Bank, Transcorp growing. Because in my mind, I'm like, this is nice. Our business is growing. And why can I say that? Because I'm part owner of these companies and a few more. Yeah. So I can tell you categorically, I'm a part owner in Access, part owner in UBA Bank, part owner in Transcorp, part owner in Jais, to mention a few. I don't want to start mentioning. And it is something you can start with as small as your 1,000 naira, $10, £10, $1, £1. And by just keep buying small in bit quantity, either with your spare cash. Well, for me, I don't use spare cash. And I will advise you on this towards the end of this training. So you just have to keep buying little by little and keep expanding your ownership. It is not rocket science, and it is not as difficult as people make it to seem. It is not as difficult as people make it to look like. I was speaking to someone just 2 days ago on an organization sending me an email, or should I say it's popped up as an advert to also be a shareholder. And he replied me and said, I'm sorry, pardon my Yoruba. So what he meant was, we are still trying to survive. But I can assure you the truth is, you may keep being in that circle of, I am trying to keep surviving, if you don't take action now. The people you're seeing being wealthy right now did not just become wealthy out of the blue. It took discipline and consistency. This is how the stock market works. If you keep on saying, okay, I'm still surviving, I am still surviving, I can bet you on a high percent, you might be in that circle till your retirement age, which could become a disaster. Who survives now on pension? I mean, you probably could survive on it, probably survive on a house you have built, and then you keep on getting rent. But have you looked around you to those who are surviving on just probably a pension, or just the the rent payments of their tenants, or even both? Have you seen how they live still on the survivor category? Well, I'm gonna go on. So what is stock market? Now, stock market is definitely not what you think as a grocery market where you go to buy vegetable meats and the likes. No, haba. There's no mean here. Now, stock market is a network of stock exchange where investors buy and sell shares of publicly traded companies. I repeat, stock market is a network of stock exchange where investors buy and sell shares of publicly traded companies. This is where investors like you and me purchase those shares, which allows the company to raise money from the public to grow or expand their businesses. So you can see that your money invested in these companies helps the company grow. It helps these companies grow. And that is why you don't get instant return, because they use your money actively to grow their companies. And for every profit they make, you will also enjoy. So for every profit made, you will also enjoy. So I think now you can now see the difference between this and Ponzi scheme. You can see the big difference. How does the stock market work? Now, to get a better understanding how the stock market works, it helps you to know that there are two types of markets. There are two types of markets in the stock market. So we have the primary market and we have the secondary market. Now, remember when I mentioned something about IPO? Do we remember that? When I mentioned IPO, initial public offering. Now, this is the primary market. This is where companies list their shares. The primary market is where shares are created. So companies list their shares through IPO, that is initial public offering or initial public offer. Now, this is the primary stage. I see this primary stage as the point where the company is still starting up, and the share idea with others putting in their money has just started. That's where you see, I want to buy 50% worth of this company, 10% worth of this company, 20% worth of this company, and the likes. Now, the secondary market, which is essentially the stock exchange, this is where supply and demand of these shares are bought, sold, and traded every day. This is the stage where we the masses, put our own urgent 2K, our small 1K to work. So majority of the companies are not in the primary listing again. The truth is, millionaires have bought them. Just like at the beginning of this year, Transpower got listed. And I can assure you, millionaires have bought at the initial public offering. Because I tried to purchase also. But why? I know be millionaire. So I could not. But now it is now in the secondary market. It is now becoming traded daily. So for us, we can buy our own shares in these companies from the secondary listing. That is the secondary market. So hence you can't say I owed 50% share with Access Bank. You can only buy units of shares. E.g., you can have 1,000 units, 1 million units with Access or UBA or BUA or Dangote. You can even have 10% units of shares with the Egu Power, the Trans Power, and the likes. So I can tell you for sure we have units as less than 10 naira in the secondary market. So if you're buying 1,000 of such units, that's just 10k. You're buying, but at 10k for 1,000 units. Now, how can you make money from the stock exchange? Because I know this is the aspect we have been waiting for. I'm sure somebody listening to this now is already thinking, okay, if I buy shares now, what happens to my money? How do I recover? Or how do I even make profits? Calm down. We're getting there. So investors like you and I can make profits from owning stocks in two ways. Either of these two ways, you make your profit back. Number one is dividend payments. Number two is value appreciation. I repeat, the first is dividend payments, and the second is value appreciation. Now, what is dividend payment? Now, companies can distribute parts of their profits to shareholders on a quarterly, and when I mean quarterly, 3 months, every 3 months, or annual basis. For example, Access paid dividend April at, I think, 1 naira 80 kobo per unit you own. And yeah, truth be told, I got my dividend also. So to tell you, it is something I am actively in also. Transcorp paid May. Yes, I can tell you because I was a beneficiary of that. And there have been other companies also that have paid dividends this year, and there will still be more. This means if you have 1,000 units with Access, you get 18k as your dividend. I mean, 10,000 units multiplied by 1 naira 80 kobo, you get 18,000 naira. And this does not affect your original money. That is, the money you used to buy the unit is still there. You still have your units of shares in the company. So you have your units there and you're still enjoying dividend quarterly or yearly. You see where we come in when we say investment is different from business. Your money is doing the work. Is that not sweet? Is it not sweet to your ears? So I can assure you, talking about dividend payments, it has started dropping for the year and it is still going to drop. More is still going to drop because companies like Dangote, even Transpower, Lafarge have announced their dividend payments. So this means that you're listening to this right now is the right time. And so I'm going to plead to you, do not miss this opportunity. Do not miss this opportunity. Now, like I said, the second way you can make your money back is through value appreciation. And I'm going to be dropping another video, snippets of someone sharing his benefits when it comes to value appreciation. I'm going to be dropping the link to the video, most likely in the comment section of this. When it comes to value appreciation, you make money when you sell your unit shares. at a price higher than when you bought them. So it means, peradventure, you bought, I'm going to give an example personally. So Access units, no, UBA unit shares, I bought it when it was around 23 or so per unit, and now I think it's way above 27, if not above 30 naira per unit. So peradventure, I have bought, I'm giving an example, peradventure, I have bought about 10,000 units, and I decide to sell 1,000 units at 30 naira per unit. That is, I have gained about 7 naira on each unit. Multiply it by 1,000. That is, I have gained 7,000 naira plus the initial money I bought that amount of units of shares. The only time you can make loss is if you sell your unit shares when it has not appreciated. And why would you do that? Since you already know it is a long-time investment. So if you bought a unit for 5 naira and it has gone to 300 per unit, that's like 295 naira per every unit you sell. So if you intend selling 1,000 units, that's 295,000 naira for what you bought at 5,000 naira. And I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm currently doing this with a company currently. I bought it at a very lesser price, and I know it's going to catch up with every other company within that same industry. In fact, at this junction, it looks like I should go and collect my school fees from the university I went to. Because I mean, I spent over 4 years in the university and they didn't teach me how to make money. What will I call this? And that's just the truth about our education system. But I am not discouraging you going to school. It is important. There are values you are going to get from that also. But then, learning how to make money is taught most time outside the walls of the school environment. Now, this is a typical example of value appreciation. A stock bought at about 90,000 naira appreciated to what? 287,000 naira in just a few months. I can give you an example of shares that rose at, it appreciated by over 100%. Which investment can run this for you? Which investment can get you this appreciation? Well, stock can. The stock market can, if you have the right knowledge on how to go about it. I don't know whatever you may have heard about buying shares, but I will say to you, avoid any misinformation. You can take a look at this picture also to see how this particular shares appreciated within a space of what? The time frame. Without doing anything. You just have to keep on monitoring it. And this person has had, but it has grown about 4 times. I'm just imagining I use 100K to buy. That's whooping amount of about 300K. 300,000 for what I bought with 100,000. See, many companies are doing well, and you just need the right knowledge on how to go about it. Say, let's not even go far. Do you know Dangote Cement, as of January 2024, around 14th of January, the price was 350 naira per unit shares. But Just few days after, it went up to 538 naira per unit shares. And now it is more than 793. I think it's about 1,000, if I'm correct. That's what? Another over 300 naira value appreciation coming on it. So imagine you had bought 100 units. That is 30,000 naira profit in few days. And truth be told, the value will keep increasing. We can see the inflation going on in the country and even in the world. So I can assure you the price may rise above 1,000 naira per unit anytime, which means you need to buy yours any moment from now. And there are others that are attaining that category anytime soon, anytime later. My dear, no grief for poverty in 2024, especially your old age. You don't want to be surviving, you don't want to be living on survival at your old age. The trend of actively working for 35 years or even more and retiring to have only pension as means of survival has led many to their early graves. In fact, has led many to having to still do some works that they should be resting already and living fine. So imagine the energy we have as youths now, the energy we have fully used to serve and only waiting at old age at the mercy of pension. Abba. See, right now, just tell yourself that won't be me. I mean, tell yourself again that won't be me. But I can tell you, saying isn't enough. You have to take steps towards what? Towards this. And that steps is gradual and right investment today. Remember, I said that earlier on that I'm always intentional. I am intentional about being financially free. And it is my desire also that what I carry people along. Because there's an adage that says, show me your net worth. Show me your network, and I will tell you your net worth. Show me your network, and I will tell you your net worth. So it isn't by saying it. You saying that won't be me is not enough. You have to take gradual steps and the right investment today, and you will be glad you did. So let's move forward. Now, well, not all companies pay dividends, though. So there are two kinds of companies. There's the blue chip companies and there's the growth companies. Now, the blue chip companies, these are large companies with established record of growth. So we're talking about the likes of Guinness, Nigeria, the Nestle, Nigeria PLC, Lafarge Africa, which is the WAPCO. We're talking about the Transcorp, the Geregu, Power. The attributes of these types of companies are they usually pay dividends. They have been in business for years with stable earnings. They have less potential for high growth, with all sincerity. Now, but for growth companies, they are still growing and reinvesting most of their earnings. So when we're talking for those kind of companies, we're talking about the likes of Tesla by Elon Musk. Another is Amazon. This type of companies, they do not usually pay dividends. And they are of higher risk. Their share price grows faster as much as it also fluctuates a lot. So as new investor, it is better to start with the blue chip companies because their track record is usually solid. Again, it is advisable you start with the blue chip companies because their track record is usually solid. I would like to appreciate your time and effort for listening this far. Thank you, and I hope Holy Spirit is helping us to understand what I am teaching. I am grateful to God, and we should be grateful. So now I'm going to move quickly. Facts you need to know when it comes to stock market, stock exchange, the long-term mindset. To get the best out of stock market investment, plan to buy and hold for a long time. The longer you hold, the more benefits you gain. Allow the magic of compounding interest work for you. It's simple. Don't be in a hurry to sell because the price have appreciated a little. Because the price appreciates a little, you just want to sell quick. No. It's just like when you buy a land or gold and you want to make profits from it, you don't sell it immediately. This is the secret of being rich. This is the secret of the rich, secret of the wealthy. Use the word. Now, when is the best time to buy shares? Buy when you have money. You do not time the market. Remember when I said buying shares do not have a set time? It is absolutely correct. There is no set time when it comes to buying units of shares. However, there are seasons when you could get the best prices on those share units. And I'll be sharing that. Not now, not in this training. How much do you need to start buying shares? I said it earlier on. Your 1K, your 2K, your 5K, your $1, your $10, 10 cedis, £10, £1 can buy some unit of shares. All you have to do is keep topping it up. And that is where consistency comes in. Don't wait till you have millions saved up for it. I just showed you a picture of shares, but at a lesser price per unit. Little drops of water makes what? Complete it yourself. How to know the best stocks to buy? Number one, understand what the company does and their business model. Know their products or services. Number two, know the management details. The third one, know their competitive advantage. That is, you check out their innovation, net worth, loyal customers, and more. Number four, the company culture. You have to know how they are known to operate. You don't want to invest in a company that is known to have a bad culture to the public. Now, number five, what do experts think about the company? Number six, financial metrics. That is the revenue of the company. Now, the truth is many of these details can be found easily by searching either online, through the use of Googles and the likes. Just type the company name and do your findings. How many stocks should you buy? There are no hard rules to this. I keep on saying it. The important thing is to have a diverse portfolio, and that is having shares in different companies from different sectors strategically. Understand that this will work for you from any part of this country. You're either in Nigeria, US, UK, Canada, Kenya, South Africa, Ghana. So if you're using a bank, for those of us in Nigeria, you're using UBA or the Access Bank or the First Bank or the Zenith Bank. Why wouldn't you want to be a shareholder with them? Or you use consumable goods like the Dangote sugar. For those of us who are in the real estate business or construction business, the Dangote cement or the Boa cement, or even the Boa sugar and other products, consumable products. Why shouldn't you want to be a shareholder with them? Why? There is no limitation if you won't limit yourself. So my conclusive advice, well, nobody asked for my advice, but as a business consultant, as someone who is passionate at seeing people fulfilling purpose, as someone who wants to impact in lives positively, as someone who is even more passionate about the youth and young adults, I tell you, body, they pay me. Now, making money has principles. You have to know what you're doing first, either when it comes to business or a job or even both. And for those who you want to add a business to your current job, you can join our Telegram group, WhatsApp group via the links that are going to be dropped while this is going on or later on after this training. And you can also, again, like I said, check my social media accounts or Dara Consult Limited social media accounts. Only one stream of income is not enough. If you're still in this world, in fact, if you are in this Nigeria, you should know one stream of income is not enough, will never be enough. Then at every point you make money, either profit or your salary, the first thing you need to do is pay yourself. I know you'll be wondering, pay myself, how? Well, I won't really go into details about that, but I'm going to let you know. Every time you pay food seller, landlord, fuel station, vouchers, you do your subscription, you pay your NEPA bill, lights, and finish all your money paying others except yourself. This is what you probably have been doing. And for me and my people, we have one simple first rule: pay myself first before anyone else. Well, after paying God, and that is my tithe. So it doesn't have to be a huge money. It could be as little as your 2,000 naira, your 3,000 naira, your 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. You just have to dedicate some amount of money for yourself. Now, this money is channeled towards things that will bring more money for you. I could have said savings, but it's not a bad idea. You can have, a percentage of that money you've separated for yourself for savings, another amount for investment. I won't be going into details about this. But now you see why I said I don't use spare money when it comes to stock exchange at the beginning of this program. Because in Nigeria today, there is no guarantee that after you pay all your bills, there will be spare cash less. That there will be spare cash remaining. The guarantee is very uncertain. To even think of the economic bra in Nigeria, which is now more terrible. And I understand a lot of people are facing hard times. However, there is a way out. You can say from every of my salary or my income, 10K or 5K would be used to buy 3 different stocks or 2 different stocks. If we're saying 10K, that is in a year you have expended about 120,000 naira. And it could be, like I said, your 5,000 naira, 2,000 naira, or even your 1,000 naira. the most important thing is start from somewhere. What happens is it becomes a culture. And when your income increases, what happens? Your investment increases. Increasing your investment will not be a problem. You would, but you can turn on your notification if you're watching this via the YouTube, because I'll be talking about this in another video section, another training section, and you'll be seeing this. Okay, so I literally smile when I see people using expensive phone and you don't have a passive income, or you're using a bank to transact a lot, and at the end of the month they are pulling out almost 1,000 naira. I don't know if it happens to you, almost 1,000 naira for bank charges. Yet you don't have the shares with that bank. I mean, you probably need to read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. The truth is, many people have made good money in the past. But when you ask them eventually, where is that money? The money has grown wings and flew away. It has flown away. Pardon my English. This is what happens if you don't know how to retain or multiply money. I don't know if you've seen the adage where it says, money comes in slowly, but it's fast in living. So the big question, or the big answer is, now is the best time to buy your shares. And your big question is, how can you buy the shares? Well, now that you understand what share is, how you can make money with it, and how you need this investment plan immediately, you can start buying shares through the right company. So then, how can you start buying these shares? Well, you can either do that with your personal research, or you join our customized program. Now, what is our customized program? Now, you see that I am not saying masterclass, because this is what I understand. This discourages a lot of people when they see free training. Their mind comes up as, oh, I know after the free training, they're going to ask us to pay so amount of money to learn the main thing. No, I'm not doing that. This is a customized program. And what will be happening in the customized program? We'll be sharing the trusted trading company we use. That is me and my team. The trusted company I personally use. The apps I personally use when it comes to trading and buying shares. The stock broking firm for companies. This stock broking firm will open your trading account for as low as to no cost. You get the ease of buying stock, tracking the progress of your investment using just your phone. This is what you'll be learning from this. This is what you'll be gaining from the customized program. In the customized program also, you'll be assisted in tracking trending stocks and knowing which to go for. What you should check out in a company before buying stock with them. In fact, you will also get information on how to claim dividends in case your parents bought shares for you when you were young and you haven't been receiving dividends. Who knows, you may be a part of those that have millions of unclaimed dividends by now. So in this customized program, you'll be learning a list of stocks that are doing well, which you can start with as a beginner. You get access to the hotcakes when it comes to stock exchange. And like I said, while in the course of the trading, you get to know the best time to buy stock so your money can appreciate well. Detailed step-by-step approach of starting, buying, and fully understanding the stock market. And then you get the best support where you can ask questions and you will be fully attended to. There's very much more. Now, I know you are asking how much, because I have said customized program. Now, you're only paying a commitment fee. Now, what do I mean by a commitment fee? You are actually purchasing a shares. In other words, we're going to be helping you to get started purchasing your first share unit at one or two companies at the best price, the best prices. So how much are you paying? We have two categories: basic 7,500 naira, premium 12,500 naira. You are paying to get valued shares. So you might be looking to why am I paying? I'm going to repeat. Now you are paying because first, you are committing yourself. What we're saying is the amount you're paying is to get you started. It means you are going to be holding shares from that money. Absolutely, your money is going into opening your account and purchasing your shares. So it's not like you're paying for a masterclass or anything. No, you're paying for value. You're getting your value. You're getting the text message, the emails of these are the shares. In fact, before we do that, you are going to be given a final decision. You're going to be given arrays of options. Now you are going to be having access to our exclusive platform aimed towards serving you what I mentioned just now. That is information about your purchases, your account opening, and many more. And you are even going to be getting exclusive information beyond the stock market. That is other ways of growing your wealth, other ways of making your money work for you. And so you're going to be having access to a platform that is aimed towards growth. And very importantly, also, you'll be networking with like minds. I can guarantee you this is what the wealthy people do right now. Now you don't have access to network with the likes of Dangote or Tedola, but I can assure you can network with those who will become the Dangote and Otedola in few years. This is a platform for you to join to be within that network. Why are you paying also? Knowledge comes with a price. It isn't free. Anywhere, even in government schools, you might think, oh, education is free. The truth is you're paying through your tax. At least. Now, also, you should know this training has taken my time, my attention, my data. Time is money, and many other things. The planning that went into bringing this training to light is money. And the amount you're paying, in fact, is for you. It is for you. I mean, it's like you're paying to get started. And then you're not even having additional bonuses, which I mentioned. So, as I clearly stated in the advert, it's an introductory class and it is free. I do not mince word, and I'm a man of integrity. In fact, at Dara Consult, integrity is one of our core values. So the real value for this customized program is an opportunity to start to join a circle of value aimed at your growth. And so we have come to the end of this introductory class. I'll be attending to any questions you have dropped. Let me tell you this firsthand. There are still companies that are about to pay dividends. And the earlier you join in, the better for you. What I mean is, the earlier you join, the earlier you can be a part of deals that we buy now, the advantage is you enjoy great value appreciation. It doesn't usually happen like that, but we are just lucky this year, where people are saying economy is bad. I can tell you there are people who are stepping into riches and wealth. This is the more reason why you should join this customized program immediately. Immediately. I'll say again, join as the hot. More value appreciation to enjoy. There is a reason God has connected you to this training or to this video if you're watching it after when the training was live. Maybe he has seen your secret plea, your secret tears, and is just ready to wipe it off. If you can be sensitive, that's just the truth. If you're sensitive to it. So stay safe, stay blessed, family of God. I'll be checking for the questions and I'll be answering in the session. All right. Okay, so one question says, which bank is more advisable to buy shares? Now, there are loads of banks that are valuable when it comes to buying unit of shares from them. And like I said, before you buy from them, you just need to do your own homework. Check their financial statements, their track records, customer feedbacks, see their growth records, and some more information. Currently, there are banks right now who have publicly opened to sell units of shares. And these are one in a lifetime opportunities, especially for 2024. So don't be surprised if you're seeing some certain people 2025 balling. Let me use that word. Because I can tell you for a fact, those items that have skyrocketed in price, the chances of them coming down is very slim. And if at all they come down, I can bet it is by tiny bits they are going to come down. So why not make your money work for you? And like I said, you're making money two ways by going into the stock exchange through dividend and value appreciation. You buy more, you sell more at a later end. Also, like I said, I'm going to share a video and I'm going to drop the link in the comment section where you can see someone share how amazing it worked for him while he was teaching or he was training a group of people in a men convention. Okay, I hope I have answered that question. And because of our time, I'll be stopping this training now. Again, stay safe, stay blessed. Have a wonderful night first.